like around all what you got paid for this project?
Yeah, it was I over $700. I honestly, now that I've been through the whole process, I would love to do more, and I think that I would probably charge more than I
Mhm.
did.
Hello, everyone. I have Chelsea with me. She is a student I wanted to bring on because she took our Modern Calligraphy 101 and 201 courses, but a little while ago. And so I just love her story because it shows that calligraphy, it doesn't have to be quick. It's with you. And she has now just recently started really showing up for her business and done some incredible things that I think y'all would be just inspired to hear about, and some different ways of approaching business too that we haven't talked about so much. So, hello, Chelsea. Thanks for being
Hi.
on. Okay, so I'm going to start with a question I always start with is how did you get into calligraphy in the first place?
Oh, so I had heard about calligraphy as a child. I had a mom, my mom had a friend that had an arts and crafts room, and I remember seeing markers in there that were broad tip and it said calligraphy on it. And
Hmm.
so I was like, oh, that's what calligraphy is. And um, fast forward to like 2009, I was planning my wedding and someone suggested to hire a calligrapher. And I'm like, oh, that's too fancy. Like, I'm doing this offbeat bride thing. And, like, so I turned it down, kind of, just, nope, that's not for me. But then 10 years later, I'm a very curious person. So it just popped in my head and I'm like, I wonder what it would be like to dip a pen in ink and do it the old-fashioned way. Um, and so then I started Googling and Googling and Googling and asking a bunch of questions and
Yeah.
trying to understand like how to do this. And I bought like all the wrong supplies. And I was writing my sister, she was in the Navy, and so I'm writing her these calligraphy letters. And they were awful. Ink blob smears, like just so messy. And then I started an Instagram and I found you and I learned that calligraphy is it's it's fancy, it's pretty, but it's not just for fancy people. Like you are a badass. And I'm like, I have to learn from her because you're so down to earth.
Mm.
So that's why I was like, I have to take classes from her.
I hear from so many people who actually they experience those like chisel tip broad edge, just like markers, and it's a very like particular style. And I just love
Hmm.
how calligraphy more recently has become just much more, y'all, anyone can do it and you can make it your own.
Hmm.
And how like
Yes.
you that would like echoes your own arc of like coming back to it and thinking it was too fancy for you. And pe a lot of people think
Yeah.
it's too fancy for them, but it literally is not. It's you can absolutely learn it. So what besides the badassery, um, what was it that made you want to take a course to actually learn it versus trying to like DIY and figure stuff out?
Uh, it's so frustrating to have to like find the information and piecemeal it together. Your course, like, it has everything you need to know in it. The supplies, and the supply list is like, it made such a big difference.
Yeah.
And just like the feedback and the community, and it was so much fun. There's like your Q&As that you do
Yeah.
for anybody that's struggling. They can ask questions and get really good feedback. And there's so many ways that you meet people's needs.
You had signed up for these courses in 2020, 2021, full on
Mhm.
pandemic. Do you
Yeah.
remember, have you been doing calligraphy kind of like this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So after I took your course, I just exploded with creativity and the alphabet that we learned,
Yeah.
and we learned how to do it, like make our own style.
Hmm.
I took a font making course, and so
Oh,
I learned how to turn that alphabet into a typable font. So yeah, I've been doing calligraphy this whole time, but I have like, you know, shiny object syndrome here and there, but
Yeah.
always come back to the calligraphy because it's relaxing. I have really bad anxiety, so it's like meditating for me.
Mhm.
I find so much joy in it. I love talking about it. And I love teaching people what it really is because
Yeah.
most people don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's amazing. Did you come in during the pandemic? Like you had kind of this curiosity about calligraphy, but did you ever think that you would make a business out of it?
I've always wanted to start a business. I used to
Okay.
do hair, but I've always wanted to I wanted a creative business. So I thought maybe it could be. So yeah, I guess I did go into it hoping.
So what's been the timeline then of okay, I've done this calligraphy, I've like exploded with creativity, I'm exploring all these things, but you told me that like you really have just recently started to kind of like put yourself out there with your calligraphy business. So can you tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Well, like after I took your course, I had just moved across Michigan with my family. I have um, six kids, five that still live at home, and I homeschool. And it was taking your course while all this was happening, trying to find a place. And then after I took your class that year, had a baby, had a lot going on. So like
Yeah.
it took me a while to get back to like getting really serious with my business. So like this year, I've really started accepting commissions and I have some side projects of like passive income I'm exploring. Yeah, I just finished a psychedelic calendar I'm really proud of. And I
Cool.
also I'm almost done with publishing a coloring book. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
and then I have a family tree project I just finished, and I
hmm
have a 225 word poem I'm about to do. So
Okay,
yeah.
we have to dive into all of that a little bit more. But I just wanted to say, like, a cool part of your journey for everyone who's listening is I know I talk a lot about like learn calligraphy, make money right away, like go on this fast track. And some people are really drawn to that. But I also want people to know out there who like they take a little bit longer. Maybe like life stuff gets in the way. You certainly won't, doesn't sound like you were sitting on your butt. You were busy.
No,
You were busy
no,
with life stuff,
no.
right?
And calligraphy was always going to be there when
Yes,
I was ready for it, and
exactly.
it brings me so much joy. Like, yes, it brings money in, but it brings me so much joy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it.
And that's, I mean, it sounds like you're also approaching it in a way that's very you.
Mhm.
So, okay, so I want to hear about this family tree commission because from what I understand, you kind of just this year started putting yourself out and kind of looking for that. You get this commission. Um, Chelsie posted about it in our student group because she was just kind of asking for advice because y'all, this family tree, it's not like a little, uh,
Like this
it's
big or this big.
huge. It's huge. There's an actual like tree illustration in it. There are so I don't even know how many names and like relationships,
48.
48 names and relationships. You had to map that all
Yeah.
out. So
Four generations. Uh, First, last name, some middle names,
yeah.
dates, anniversaries. It was a task.
Yeah. So I mean, I noticed like of course, I'm, in our student group all the time and I've noticed like, oh my gosh, this project. Can you tell us a bit about how much why you turned to the student community?
Oh, because I didn't have to feel alone in it. Like
Mhm.
that's what I love about the community is that I don't have to sit in like this scared state and not have anybody to lean on. And
Yeah.
it's been so valuable. I've asked questions in there many times, and I've learned from other people's projects that they've done, and it's just it's so valuable. It yeah. So like I knew if I went in there, I would even if someone didn't hasn't done a family tree, I knew that I would get pieces that I could like use to help. make it through the
Yeah.
challenge of doing such a big project.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in our student community, and there's like 4,000 people in there, y'all, but and
I didn't know
it's
that.
because it's the group has been around since like 2018, 2019. So just there's just every single inquiry you can possibly imagine for people who don't know what I'm talking about. I should do better at this. If you join our calligraphy like signature programs, you get to be in our basically student Facebook group, alumni Facebook group, and you just get to be in there forever. So whenever something comes up, you can pop in, ask questions, but you can also search. And I bet somebody has done a family tree, but I don't know if anyone has done such a large and involved family
It
tree.
started out like this, and then I
Yeah.
kept telling her, we got to go bigger."
Otherwise, you like can't read it, you know? Yeah.
Right. I want it. I
So,
want to show off the calligraphy. Like it's
yeah.
got to be bigger. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, I know people just hear like, oh, it's a Facebook group, but really what you said is so true from so many students of like, oh, I don't have to sit here and spin in anxiety alone. I can at least get like support. I can share my wins. I can like people come in saying like, I smudged the ink. What do I do? They get solutions. Like there's just all sorts of stuff in there. So
Yeah.
you do end up finishing
Hmm.
this family tree. Did it go
It was,
well? Did
she
the client?
loved it. She was the best client ever. She was so encouraging. She was like a mom to me. She um she just like she looked at me and she's like, "No, make sure you sign your work next time." And she said, "Don't settle for less than what you are worth. You are an artist. Don't let anybody tell you different." Like she was so sweet. And when she got it framed, the place that she took it to, they always display the work in their like in the front.
Mhm.
And told me like people were stopping and like looking at it and we're just like, who did this? Who? This is original work. Like this is hand done and like just people loved it and
That's
it
amazing.
yeah.
It's an heirloom. You don't see stuff like that. And do you mind sharing? You told me what, like around all what you got paid for this project. So I was wondering if you would be
Yeah.
willing to share that with people.
Yeah, it was I over $700. Yeah, she actually like I did the family tree and then a week later she's like, "Could you make me a digital copy so I can print this for everybody?"
Yeah.
And so then I ended up, getting more, for that.
Yeah.
Um, and I honestly, now that I've been through the whole process, I would love to do more. And I think that I would probably charge more than I
Hmm.
did.
Oh
I,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's
they're tedious, but I don't know, it's so worth it. And
it's worth and it's, it's not just writing names. You have to think about, and this is just like a pricing lesson for everyone that's watching. It's not just, oh, I wrote 48 names on a piece of paper. You have to think about like the value that is
mhm.
created for the recipient. And if
Yeah,
they're
they're
the
gonna have
kind
that for
of,
a long time.
yes, and there are people out there who want stuff like this and can't really, don't know where to get it made because not so many people do this kind of thing anymore.
Hmm.
So it's just incredible to me that like you put yourself really out there this year and you get this commission. You have another commission coming that you're going to work on that's a 250 word poem, which ooh,
It's yeah,
let us
and
help
I'm
you
like,
inside the group. That is like a beast also.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a anniversary poem. So
Hmm.
this father, I guess he wrote this poem for his daughter's wedding, and now he wants me to calligraph it for her anniversary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really like I love these stories. Like I'm not really into addressing envelopes. I love the story behind the piece
And
and
that you
the
get to
thoughtfulness.
be, yeah, like you can
Yeah.
imagine someone in, two generations passing it on and saying like, yes, a calligrapher handmade this, when we're all like
Yeah.
AI robots living in living in virtual
Ugh.
reality. I know. So, how did you get these jobs?
Oh, I have a website and I think I need to start asking people. Well, no, I did ask the family tree. She someone she knew said, "There's this calligrapher on Facebook." So they found me through that. But I think some people are finding me through my SEO of my website because it's Chelsie Lawrence calligrapher, like Kalamazoo calligrapher. So it's my location.
Mm,
So like, because
mhm.
most of the people that have contacted me are in Michigan.
Yeah.
So they're looking for someone close by,
Yeah.
usually.
I love hearing about people who live in like not huge urban areas because that's something I hear often as well. Is like, well, I live in kind of a small town or like a small city. Is there even room for calligraphy? And everything has its pros and cons. There's more people in a big city, but there's more calligraphers there. Maybe there's fewer calligraphers in a place like Kalamazoo. And if you just put a little bit of effort into, a website and some SEO and a Facebook presence, you'd be surprised how people
Hmm.
can find you. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit about your just working towards passive income? That's something I know a lot of people are interested in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of work up front
Yeah.
with little pay.
Yeah.
But the idea is that I'm planting these seeds and eventually they will grow.
Hmm.
So I'm on Redbubble and I have like some lettering on there and illustrations
Hmm.
and patterns. And then I've been working on greeting card collections. So I have a few of those and I have reached out to art licensors. But in the meantime, I put them on Redbubble and all the calendars I'm going to put on Etsy.
Hmm.
And I want to dive deeper on that because each year I could add another one and
Right.
hopefully grow that side income
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah. And you have at least one like calligraphy font that you've put out there as well, right?
Yeah, that one's on my website. That's the style that I learned in MC 202.
201. Yeah, 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 yeah.
201.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So that's for sale on my website. I
Yeah.
actually have it like pay what you want because it is
Hmm.
my first, I was just
I
learning.
like
So,
it.
yeah.
You showed me the
Oh,
photos.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, I like it. It's really readable, but it
Hmm.
has some style to it. And
Yeah.
like it's approachable. Actually, I think you did a great job with that. But I love to hear
Thank
about
you.
how like you are approaching it with you've got these commissions, they're bringing in some money, but then you
Hmm.
have this other goal that you're working towards that's a little bit more like fun and you get to do little kind of design projects and that's kind of a good
Yeah.
combination that seems to work for you for your business.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. I
awesome.
like it. I like to bounce around a little bit. Yeah, it keeps things interesting and um I don't get bored.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really, really key. So, okay, a couple more questions just to close it out. Sounds like it's been a journey. It's been some years since taking our courses and just exploring all this creative stuff and then now really getting into your business and making some money. Looking back, would you say that our courses were worth the investment?
Yes. Yes. They're worth it because you're learning a skill that you'll always have. Like I've had a hard time investing in myself, but I'm getting around to the idea
Hmm.
that it's worth investing in yourself because every time you do, you grow as a person, you gain knowledge and confidence in yourself, and like in ways that you never thought you would. So to me, like, yeah, that it's worth it, and it's a fun community, and you're fun, and so and it has everything you need.
And it sounds like that one family tree paid for your courses already. So,
Yes, it did.
yes,
Yep.
get it.
It's the possibilities are endless. Letters are everywhere, and you'll never run out of ideas of how to use them for
Mhm.
gifts, for like tattoos, murals, engraving that you you can branch anywhere with calligraphy and with
Yeah,
letters.
yeah, yeah.
So it's definitely worth it.
Cool. Very cool. One final thing, just because I heard you mention it. Do you think, how do you think you've changed as a person since like just doing this whole creative journey and doing a business and going after it?
I am an introvert and I have a lot of anxiety and I am a perfectionist. So I have all these things that hold me back.
Mhm.
And as I've been on this journey and I've learned calligraphy and I've started my business and I've looked back and I'm like, I've done all these hard things, even though I was scared. And it just keeps the decision making to do hard things is shorter. Like I'm not like this interview. Normally I might like sit around and think about it for a week, and I think it might have been the same day. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
And you even
I'm
scared.
I'm scared.
I'm kind of scared, but I'm gonna do it.
So yeah, that is like the biggest win for me on this journey is that I've grown my confidence.
You're
I'm
doing it,
doing it.
and it like it compounds on itself. Like I look back
Mhm.
at when I was first starting my business and first showing my face on camera on Instagram, on like Instagram stories, or and I was terrified also. Like nobody wants to see my
Yeah.
face. How do I talk? Like, and now I just get on like nothing and I go live and people assume it's because I'm naturally just like confident and charismatic. Like, no, dude, you practice and it just gets easier and
Yeah.
easier until you look back and go like, oh, I can't believe I'm capable of doing something that I was so afraid
Yeah.
of before. That carries through your entire life.
Yeah.
All
It
corners.
feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so, so much for coming on, sharing your journey,
Yeah.
telling us a little bit about just like what you've been doing with your calligraphy. Where can we follow you?
Instagram is Odyssey of the Line Calligraphy.
Okay. Odyssey of the
Yeah.
Line Calligraphy. I will put it down here. We will link it so y'all can follow Chelsie and just see like how her, I don't know, like fun passive stuff is going if she takes on any more gigantic family trees. How the behemoth poem turns out. Love to just like see, an actual journey and like
Yeah.
progress and growth. So thank you so much for coming on, Chelsie.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay, that interview with Chelsie was so inspiring. Here are three takeaways. Invest in things that will be there for you whenever you're ready for them. Usually that means learning, like investing in yourself, growth, skills that can never be taken from you. Chelsie took our courses in 2020 and 2021, and life got in the way, as it is wont to do. I mean, a new baby, five other kids, homeschooling, pandemic. And she was still able to come back to calligraphy nearly 5 years later and really make something with it, like she always wanted to do. Number two, in Chelsea's own words, the possibilities are endless. Letters are everywhere. I mean, I never would have imagined $700 for a family tree in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Chelsie said herself, like, she doesn't like doing calligraphy envelopes. Don't let that limit you if you're the same. Think really much more broadly about the kind of special touches you can bring with calligraphy. I mean, just that one family tree project paid for her entire investment in our courses. Pretty amazing, right? Three, it doesn't take loud salesmanship to get clients. I mean, Chelsie said herself she is introverted, highly anxious, but putting up a website and just having a Facebook presence highlighting, local calligraphy, Kalamazoo, Michigan calligrapher is getting her these high paying commissions. So, and then of course, just by doing these hard things and putting herself out there anyway, despite her introversion, she has grown leaps and bounds in her confidence and she will continue to do so. So, if you're inspired by Chelsea's story, of course, the other thing that she highlighted is just the importance of community and support and not having to like DIY look up everything. If you're feeling the same way and you really want a concrete roadmap, guidance, accountability, community, personalized feedback support for your calligraphy journey so you can do amazing, meaningful projects like Chelsie, definitely check out our courses. Our Pro Calligrapher bundle, if you're listening to this right as it comes out, is currently open for enrollment from September 23rd to 30th, 2025. But you can also just check out crookedcalligraphy.com/courses any other time of year to see what we have open and available for you. All right. So let Chelsea's story just be another piece of evidence that it is possible to do really fulfilling, amazing things with your calligraphy, no matter where you live, no matter what has gotten in your way. Um, you can always start it. And just by putting one foot in front of the other, you can really do some amazing things. All right, crookedcalligraphy.com/courses. I will see you next time.